Hello friends. So in the last lecture and previous lectures also we have covered the basics of logic gates. We have covered the number system and we have covered the K-maps. In the last lecture we also covered the concept of QM method. Alright. These actually are essential before we move forward. So in case you people have not watched, so I recommend you people to please go through my previous lectures so that you have the enough knowledge of my previous concepts. Alright. So that we can move forward today, and today we'll be talking about the concept of adders. Adders are basically those circuits that are used for performing the addition. Alright, as the name suggests, there are different types of adders in the circuits. They are in short actually also called they rather belong to the class of circuits that are called the combinational circuits. Alright. So our first adder or the basic adder is the half adder. Why called half adder? Half adder is actually used for addition of 2 bits, not more than 2. Alright. If we add more than 2 bits, then we make use of what is called a full adder. Alright. So if say suppose we have 2 bits denoted by x and y, then there can be 2 outputs, sum and carry. So 2 bits, so we can have value 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So if we add these two, sum is 0, no carry, 0 1, sum is 1, no carry, sum is 1, no carry, here sum is 0 and carry is 1. Alright, because this we have seen in the concept of number systems. Alright, when we add two numbers, or rather how to add two binary digits. Alright, binary weights. So now from this we can see the equation. If we write, sum is actually, because these sum and carry are actually functions, that will be the output of our half adder circuit. Alright, so sum is x bar y plus x y bar, which we know from our knowledge of the logic gates. This is XOR function. Alright. Now carry is x dot y or xy. So our simple circuit is, for the half adder we have x and y, two inputs going. We have our sum is the output and gate. This is the carry. Alright, this is the output of our circuit. Clear? Now if you remember, we had implemented the XOR gate using the NAND gates only. So if we construct this circuit using NAND gates only, so what do I get? I have x and y, I put in a NAND gate, this is the sum and this is our carry. All this is actually inside the half adder. And similarly over here also. There are various types of ICs that are available in the market that implement the circuit of the half adder. Now inside the half adder you can implement it either using XOR gate and an AND gate, or you can implement it using the 5 NAND gates, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Minimum 5 NAND gates are required for implementing the half adder. You cannot reduce it further. Alright. And one thing you have to be sure is that only signals that are seen by the user outside is these two inputs, the 2 bits that are to be added going inside and sum and carry coming out. So if I actually make an abstract view of this circuit, I get something like this. HA, like I have taken the short form for half adder, I have just x and y going in and sum and carry coming out. This is actually called the abstract model of the circuit, and we'll be making use of it when we do our next circuit, that is the full adder. Alright. So actually half adder is useful in case we have to add just 2 bits. In general circuits actually this is a common practice. So for example, if you have 2 4-bit numbers, so I have A, that is 1 1 0 0, and B is also say 1 0 1 0, or say this is like 5-bit numbers. So like if we can add these 2 bits 1 and 1, there is actually no carry coming from the previous stage. Now, but when we add these 2 ones, a carry is generated in the process. Alright. So what do we see? In this second stage, we need to add 3 bits. Alright. Actually these each and every bit that are added, 2 bits are added, that actually accounts for a single stage. We'll see the details implementation when we do the parallel adder. Now in this case, if we have 3 bits to add, what do we do? Then we make use of the circuit, that is our next one, that is called the full adder. So let us see how that circuit functions. So that's our next circuit, that is called the full adder. Now this circuit is specifically used for addition of 3 bits. Alright, what are the 3 bits actually? If I call them as say x and y are actually the bits at a particular stage that are to be added, and if we say my z, or I call it as C in, that means carry coming in from the previous stage. That can be called C in also, or if I specifically call say x and y replaced by xi, that is at the ith stage, y by yi, so my C in will be actually C I minus 1. Alright. Now there are 2 output, sum and carry. Again because it's an adder, so there will be 2 outputs. So sum will actually become sum at the ith stage, and carry will become the carry generated at the ith stage, that is I. Alright. So now 3 bits, there will be 8 combinations. Alright. Now when you add, what do we get? Now all these 3 is 0, no, so our sum is also 0, no carry is generated. Sum is 1, carry 0, sum is 1, carry 0. Now here there are 0 plus 1 plus 1, so sum is 0, carry 1. Alright. This is again 1, no carry, sum is 0, carry is 1, sum is 0, carry 1. What comes over here? When we add 3 ones, we have sum is also 1, carry is also 1, because adding 3 ones accounts for 3. Alright, and if you convert 3 into binary, that is 1 1. So now from this function actually if we see, so if we simplify, or if we, okay, let us draw the K-map for this. We have x and yz, this 0, this is 1, 0 0, 0 1, 1 1 and 1 0, and similarly we will draw for carry also. So sum is our 0 1 0. Now this is which function we have seen in the XOR and XNOR simplification of the K-maps. This comes out to be X XOR Y XOR Z, because these are actually diagonals to each other, so they cannot form a pair, and if we simplify we get the answer. Alright. So now carry. So Actually carry we'll make 2 k maps, we'll see in a short while how we do. So this is, we actually get 3 pairs. So our output will be, from this pair I get, this is x z, plus from this pair I get, okay, I'll write down first of all the individual pairs, then I'll combine. This is x y, and from here I get y z. So my output will be xy plus z into x plus y. This is what I get. Alright. So now what is my circuit actually? X, y and z. I have 3 inputs coming in. So I put in first of all an XOR gate. This is my sum. Carries. This is generated the function xy. Then we have to OR it with z and x plus y. This is xy I have generated. This I take it for x plus y. And then I OR these 2 functions. Alright, this is how you implement a full adder using the basic circuits. Now another most important thing is we can also implement our full adder using the half adder. We'll see how. For that we'll have to do certain modifications in the carry part. How do we do that? Okay, I'll make it over here. Now carry, this time I'll form the pairs slightly differently. X, Y, Z. So this is okay. So what do I do? I'll form a pair of these 2 and then I put in a pair over here. Now what change this will give to me? Let's see over here. This will give me as the output x and y. Alright, and these 2 when paired together, these will give me x, y bar, z plus x bar, y z. That means I take z as common, x XOR y. So this is x y bar plus x bar y. So my actual carry will come out to be xy plus z into x XOR y. Some I will take as such. Some I will take x XOR y and then XOR z. Now why I have modified this circuit you will come to know in a little while. See how, or rather what effect it has on writing this function in this way. Now if I implement a or put in a half adder, alright, so my one of the output, that is the sum output, will be x XOR y and carry output will be x dot y or xy, isn't it? So this is actually what we are getting over here. Okay, this is the output of the half adder and this is another output. Alright, then I take z as my third input and I feed these two z and x XOR y to the another half adder. as the inputs. What I'll do with this, we'll see in a little while. So this is my final output, x XOR y XOR z, that is my sum. Okay, and this output that I am getting, I have to put an OR gate, because like you can see now, this is going as the input. If I call it D or something, so output of this will be my x XOR y and AND it with z. So this actually second term over here I have been able to generate. Alright, this first term is there with me, second term I have generated. Only thing that I have to do is put in an OR gate in front of these two combined. So this I get as the carry. So I actually rub this off over here also. This is actually what we get. So this is how we can implement a full adder using two half adders and an OR gate. Clear? Alright. So moving on further, we talk about the third circuit, that is called the parallel adder. Now what is a parallel adder? As the name suggests, parallel adder means like we have two n-bit numbers, alright, and we have to add them. So the output has to be a combination of bit by bit addition. Sorry. Say for example I have a number x, that is say we take say for example our two 4-bit numbers. Alright. So suppose x is say x3, x2, x1 and x0. The individual bits I have named as like this. Say for example that can be 0 1 1 0, that ways or whatever. Similarly y I name as say sorry y3, y2, y1 and y0. Alright. Now bit by bit addition has to take place. So what do I do? If I construct this circuit, I actually require say 4 full adders or 3 full adders and a half adder. We'll see how. Like these. Now what do I do actually? I express this addition in this form. How? You add x0 and y0, whatever the sum is obtained at 0 stage, I call it as S0. Then some carry is going in. So since this is stage number 0, this is stage number 1, carry coming from this previous stage, I call it as C0. So carry over here will be actually C I minus 1 or C minus 1, 0 minus 1, that is minus 1, which actually in this case is 0, that is absent. If this is the first stage, nothing is being added over here. So we can also actually eliminate this. So I add them. Okay, I'll call actually the carry also I'll show over here. Now S1 I add carry, C1 is generated which goes to the next stage. Again I add sum is S2, carry C2 goes to the next stage. Then I add again sum is S3, carry C3. Now C3 when comes over here, there are no more bits left to add. Alright, so C3 actually my becomes what I call over here as, these are actually absent, so this becomes my C out or the output carry. Alright, so this I actually call x0, y0, this my sum is S0, C0 is going over here again, x1, y1, sum is S1. Alright, I show by the arrow which signal is going where. Okay, so this is C1 is actually proceeding over here. Now again add x2 and y2, sum is S2, then I again add this is C2, then x3 and y3 coming over here, I have S3 coming out. Now C3 is actually coming out, which is actually also my C out or the output carry. All right. So this you can see.